But I want to be clear, and I know some of us love our children, but some of our children are so far gone that we're going to have to put some of them to sleep in order to take back the neighborhood. Some of y'all don't want to hear that because you don't live in reality. But I'm telling you, as a psychologist, I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep for good!
Well, if you didn't know, our boy Dr. Umar has made a statement about some of the people from the black community. Now, this clip is over a decade old, but it is very paramount for today's discussion. Because you see, Dr. Umar Johnson believes that while we should love our people, there's some of our people that are so far gone, they can't be helped. And some of them need to, as he said, be put to, well, you heard what he had to say, right? And he also said that they need to be gone for good in his voice. But that brings us to what happened at the VMAs just the other night. And that is the MTV Music Awards, however they discover it or however they call it. And Sukihana was there, and Sukihana got on the red carpet and was like on all her fours or on her hands and knees twerking. Obviously, we can't show that footage, and it looked really bad. But this has always been predicted by many of us here in social media, and even Tariq Nasheed has weighed on it himself.
And also, when she does a lot of interviews, her interviews are very sexually aggressive to the male host, to the point where it looks like she's sunning them to a certain degree. Now, she said she's Nigerian. I don't know. She said she has some Nigerian coochie, so I don't know. She may or may not be Nigerian. I don't know. She says a lot of stuff. But this Suki lady, she goes on interviews, and she's always almost challenging dudes sexually, sunning them to a certain degree. White feminists don't give a shit about her, but they know how to use the slutty nigresses. They know how to use them for their advantage. You know, they'll let the nigresses get out here, and I'm calling her a nigress because I'm not going to put her in the black woman category. Damn that. Because that's another problem. We chop these women up with that stank behavior as a part of black women culture. No. That's a negress. That's a plantation negress. She does not represent black women in any shape, form, or fashion. She's not the representative of black women. That's a stereotype that they like to put on black women. I'm not going to allow them to do that because most black women are repulsed by her behavior.
But stop the show. Let's go back to the point where Dr. Umar Johnson had met Sukihana. Rewind! You see, that for good energy wasn't what Dr. Umar was trying to give Sukihana once he was going to meet her. He actually caped for her like a simp. Let's play that clip.
Let me talk about this Sukihana situation one time. Let me talk about this Sukihana situation one time. I don't condone my sister's content. I don't support my sister's content. I will not make excuses for my sister's content. I'm simply saying that if the queen is interested in making a transformation in her agenda, I am willing to aid her in that work. I am not going to cancel her because some of you hypocrites have overlooked popular people in our community who have done worse than Sukihana. Let me say this again, because I want you to understand, overstand, and understand me right now. I want you to understand, overstand, and understand what I'm saying, brothers and sisters. I do not condone my sister Sukihana's content. I do not support my sister Sukihana's content. I will not make excuses for my sister Sukihana's content. But the sister has as much right to make a mistake and then correct it as you and I do.
And that's what Dr. Umar did. He tried to put black men down while elevating Sukihana, who had no intention on changing her behavior. And Dr. Umar Johnson wasn't man enough for the job to stop Sukihana for literally crawling on the goddamn carpet. And that is exactly why on this tweet, she says this: First time at VMAs, they knew who I was when they invited me. And then brother Tariq Nasheed says this, she is 100% correct. The white executives knew exactly what image they were trying to portray by inviting her. And that is something that I want to talk about. You see, Dr. Umar Johnson understood the damage that Sukihana was doing not only towards the black community, but was trying to portray to black women as a whole. And again, there's so many black women out there, like brother Tariq said, that are really put off by people like Sukihana and Sexy Red and Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla. These women out there who are giving them a bad look in today's society. But again, when it comes to that, for good with Dr. Umar Johnson, we not hearing from him right now when we're talking about Sukihana crawling on her hands and knees and twerking at the VMAs on that dirty ass carpet. You see, the reality is that the system wants to make all black women appear to be like this. So they're elevating these ladies who are having these cringe conversations like Sukihana was having on Hollywood Unlocked.
Baby, if you piss on me, make sure you get my hair done after. Yeah. Piss on me, piss in my mouth. Let me piss on his mouth. Let me piss in your mouth, fart in your face. I want to shit on top of your hair and rub it in. I like to open my legs, squat my ass over his face, and give me a nice little fart in.
And this is another ploy to keep black women, in my honest opinion, looking unfeminine, looking very sexual, and trying to make sisters appear as if they don't have any level of intelligence, when clearly we would understand that that's not the truth. And they're not only doing it with black women, they're doing it with black men. And again, they're not promoting the sisters out there that are actually intelligent, that are actually smart. Anybody who is out there acting a fool for money, that's out there thotting it up, they're letting them get on. And this is what brother Tariq said about Sexy Red and chicks like that.
And I did see they had Sexy Red on the carpet bending over with that same wad of money. There's a reason why her handlers have her walking around with a wad of money bending over. The handlers that be, they want you looking as much like a street hoe as possible. That's what a street hoe looks like. You bending over with a wad of money, with a wad of ones. It's not even a lot of money. So they have her sashaying around with a wad of ones, bending over. Her little butt cheeks are dry and ashy. They love that image of us. And I'm not even trying to crap on little Sexy Red. God bless her. I know a lot of people are very critical of her. And I get it. I get why she does what she does. She's like, hell, I could be a hood rat living at home on Section 8, or I can be the same hood rat and get out here and get this money. So I get it. I get where she's coming from. I get her perspective. You kind of put yourself in her shoes. Think about it. I want all of you listening. Put yourself in Sexy, because people are very critical of Sexy Red, of course. But put yourself in Sexy Red shoes. If you were a hood rat sitting in a Section 8 apartment, getting over multiple STDs or whatever, and you sitting in there in your struggle apartment, and there's a bag waiting on you. All you got to do is act the same way, but in front of a camera. Would you take it?
Now, Dr. Umar doesn't even want to take his own advice. After Sukihana has embarrassed him, Sukihana should be really off of his mind for good. And I don't mean the for good that he was talking about, because it's not that serious. But as the black community, she should be not allowed to be really a part of the culture if that's how she wants to act. She should be separated from the sisters out there and the brothers who want to be taken seriously, because you can't have a Sukihana in your community and become serious, especially when she's going out to the music awards, which is white on, the VMAs, and doing this in front of people, making the community look bad. And that's who they're promoting. Anybody who makes black people look bad in these particular settings, that's what the establishment wants. And unfortunately, it's on purpose. It's to destroy the community. It's to destroy a nation of people that have a history of trying to do well in the country and want to fight back and want to go ahead on and become successful. And it's sad because not only is it affecting women in America, it affects black women everywhere. You'll see women in Africa trying to do that. You'll see women in black Brazil trying to do that. You'll see women in black London trying to do that. And they think that that's going to be okay, knowing that most men will look at that in a very negative light, and then you're going to wonder why your interracial relationships and datings and stuff is going to increase, because they're trying to create this system where, as a black man, you won't even want to respect your own women because they're influenced by Glorilla and Sukihana and things like that. And that's the play. Anybody who's acting a goddamn fool will get to the bag. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Shay Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.